Hey guys, tonight we're comparing two different cameras that both fall very squarely into the budget. We've got the Canon M50 here with a Viltrox adapter and a 50mm 1.8. Now in my opinion, this is the cheapest way to get this cinematic-ish footage. Basically that crazy depth of field, and it looks really good too. And then we have my GH5 Lumix, which this is a camera that I probably regret buying, even though that's more my fault because I haven't really explored it as well as I should have. So you can tell the M50 is now recording it, and you don't have that sweet IBIS, you don't have that in-body stabilization. Definitely in the moving you can really tell that. And all these shots are in 1080p to just kind of keep it fair. And I'm doing all the test shots with my cats because they don't charge anything for modeling. So starting off with the Canon M50, we're in standard profile here. And so why I love this camera so much is because it's just like foolproof. The autofocus is really good. If it had better stabilization, I would love it even more. I think the colors look awesome. This is just standard. I never really color grade. I just use that right out of the box. I think it looks good. It's just not the best when it comes to moving around. This is the Cine style profile. It's very flat. I never really use this because I think all it basically does is create work for you. You just have to go in and color grade it. And to me, it doesn't look as good as the standard profile once I've color graded it. There's an option. There's the difference between color graded and not, and you can see it. To me, it's like, well, you could just use standard and save yourself the time from the color grading, unless of course you were trying to do some cinematic, cool, weird things with the color. So it's there if you need it. It's very flat, but this is 8-bit 400. It's not 422 or whatever. Okay, so next up we have the GH5. So the GH5 with a Metabones adapter has horrible autofocus. It's just really bad. And I figured out how to make it better, and I've been making it better using slower shutter speed, like 120-degree angle shutter speed. So this is the Cine D profile, which is it's not nearly as flat as that Cine-like profile on the M50. These files are huge, okay? Most of this is in the all-I 422 10-bit color. It's 200 megabits per second, and it looks incredible, I think, to me, especially in movement. I think it does a better job with all the information of capturing movement. You'll see some pulsing, but the autofocus with this EF lens is a lot better with slower shutter speed, and I turned just messed around with the settings for these autofocus, but I still get pulsing, and the pulsing is just, it kind of ruins the shot. So autofocus is almost unusable. So if you want to color grade, you got lots and lots of range here, lots and lots of overhead with these huge files, and that's just a very quick, simple color grade. But it also looks very cinematic in the flat kind of dark colors. But anyway, yeah. So ultimately, there's a reason why this camera has not lost much value. It's still pretty close to what I paid for it. You can buy these for about $350, maybe $400 for the Mark 1. You might find it cheaper. They hold their value because they're really, really good and really simple and really easy to use. If you're not trying to get into high-end filmmaking, you just want to make good quality content for YouTube, like I'm doing right now, or trying to. If you get the lenses with image stabilization and you turn on the enhanced stabilization in the camera, you've got some pretty smooth stuff going on there. It's not GH5 IBIS, but of course, as long as you don't care about 4K, because it just doesn't have it. It's got horrible 4K. If you want 4K, you got to spend a little more and get the Lumix, get the smaller sensor, get the crappy autofocus, but you get amazing IBIS, you get 4K in slow motion. That looks awesome, and it's a very, very great camera. I think I'm going to experiment more with native lenses on it in the future, so see ya.